Hello. I have a couple of things to say about the Blue Jays. Firstly, the first game. Well, what's there to say? A 12-2 loss. But, more importantly, some fellow who was wearing a Canada is not for sale hat was kicked out of the ballpark. I don't know the circumstances. I don't know any of the details. I can tell you that the last time I was at a Blue Jay game, I saw somebody who worked there who was being so provocative and so nasty to a patron that finally the patron did say something like, I don't know, go to hell, or I'm not sure what. And then suddenly, oh my God, you've sworn. And then suddenly other people are called and the person is kicked out. And, sadly, like, I never reported this. I should have. I should have said, this was just wrong. This person was wanting to watch the game, and I don't know what the issue was, but the representative of the Toronto Blue Jays, and they are a representative of the Toronto Blue Jays if they work there, enticed them into swearing at them. Yes, he swore! And I don't know what happened at last night's game, but it's atrocious to think that in these tough times of tariffs and turbulence, that somehow or another, wearing a hat that says Canada is not for sale would get you kicked out of a Toronto Blue Jays game. This is a bad look. It is. And keep in mind, for 10 years, we have been watching opportunities squandered by the current management. And yet they keep coming back. They keep bringing them back. And like, oh yeah, we're so good, we're so smart. It all started when they didn't sign David Price. When David Price came to town, there was magic. There was camaraderie. And since then, it's been a slow, torturous watch while people drift out of town, get traded in the night, managers who don't even finish the season, and all kinds of just things that should not be happening. The Blue Jays, under the previous administration, including Alex Alexopoulos, were a class act. And now, it just ain't so. So, 12-2 loss. We are 0-1. Well, it's all right. We have 161 games to go. And this could be, of course, the way things are looking, maybe this will be the last year of some of the great stars who will go on to other teams. You know who's going to sign them? The Dodgers. We didn't get Mr. Ohtani. And in Canadian funds, it would have been about $1 billion. But as I said, when the Dodgers got him, if they start basically putting up Christmas tree ornaments of World Series rings, it will have been worth it. And here we have tremendous talent, and to me, it just looks like upper management who, like, I don't know them, but just the way I see things going on, it just doesn't seem to be an enticing place to come. It doesn't seem to be an enticing place to stay. You are excreted and banished at the drop of a hat, and like Josh Donaldson, poof, you're gone. And yeah. Anyway, I think there needs to be a shakeup, and I think at the end of this year there will. And then once again we will fall back into oblivion when the stars are gone and we're rebuilding yet again. And we've squandered our opportunity for greatness again. I lived through the glory days, those 2 magical years. And yes, there was a lot of turnover in the team between the 2 World Series wins, but still, there was magic. And now the magic is gone. The magic has been gone. And I really think that if the team cannot be held together and the stars signed, that the upper management needs to be shown the door. And I would really, really, really like to hear the explanation and what really happened with this person who wore the Canada is not for sale hat. And I hope that every single fan leaves their Blue Jay hats at home and they wear hats supporting Canada. Not Blue Jay hats, not Maple Leaf hats, but some sort of Canada's not for sale or whatever it is. And what are they going to do? Kick everybody out? But I really would like to think that they would come forward with the story of what happened and how this person was sent out. Apparently now the Blue Jays have apologized. It's funny, I've worked with people like this, and I deal with young people, and I've worked with people who go at people in such an atrocious way that they provoke angry replies. And I've encountered people like this, and I do my best not to give them a response. For example, if someone is on the phone with you and they're giving you a hard time, or being disagreeable or something, and of course they all have these messages say, "We will not tolerate swearing. We will not tolerate blah, 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 or this call could be ended." You know what I do? I hang up. And it's funny, I did this a while ago because I thought, no, I'm going to lose my cool. And I don't do that. I don't lose my cool. I'm going to hang up because I know it's going to go bad. And then, of course, they got mad at me for hanging up, which, of course, prevented me from saying bad things. Anyway, I have worked with people who go out of their way to provoke people into rage. And I do my best to avoid such people, and I do my best to walk away from such people. But somehow, some way, and in many circles, these people are thought of as highly valued and wonderful. When, of course, they talk about de-escalation. Well, the best way to de-escalate a situation is to never have it get escalated. Work with people, not against them. And Blue Jay management, unless you do something really, really wonderful, I think your days are numbered. Anyway, I hope people wear as many Canadian hats, that Canada's not for sale hats, and other things to the Blue Jay game tonight. And above all, I hope the Blue Jays win. It would be nice to hear from the offender. And if there are other circumstances, if he was a goof, so be it. Let's hear it. But really, the Jays need to do better in these times. And maybe there was a good reason. Maybe it wasn't just the hat. But if it was just the hat, and it was maybe it was the same woman I encountered, who literally, I just looked over and I thought, I almost got involved. I almost got up and said, "Hey, you know what? Don't do that. Don't pester him. Don't." And then suddenly, I don't know what he said, but he must be sent away. Never should be. Never, ever, 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 ever. Anyway, go Jays, go. And if this season does not go well, then I hope we can find new management, or maybe Alex Alexopoulos should come back. A lot of people don't know this. He's the one who got Vladdy locked up before he was a pro. Anyway, go Jays, go. Go Canada, go. Bye for now.